turns out they played to the best of their ability every time. They qualified instantly through the heats. They're going to do the best that they possibly can, and we haven't quite seen that from them today. They're still doing good, they're 11th, but for the two that they are, it's not what you'd expect from them. It's not what you want from Summit champions to be outside of the top 10. You want them to be in that first place spot.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me a lot of their last season performances coming into Grands. A lot of the times going into the Summit as well, they were quite sort of prone to a lot of errors. They kept on making a lot of mistakes. A lot of these teams that kept making those big plays and they just weren't necessarily paying off, and that was sort of the theme of their entire season, of course. Then, of course, when it comes to the Grand Finals, it comes to the Summit, those risks, those plays they try and make do then come off and it goes to their favour. But now you can see them again, almost going back to their own ways in a lot of where they haven't been able to build on that momentum that we saw from the Summit and Major 1 of last season. So it's really interesting to see actually that unfolding here. I would expect a lot better from them, but again, what are they, 11th place right now? They're not completely out of it, which is good news for them.
No, definitely. We've got 7 more games to go. And we know from experience of watching these grand finals that everything can change on day 2, even without that 1.5x multiplier we used to have in this situation. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let's go to page 2. I want to see what's happening.
Let's fucking go.
The first victory royale of the night. It's already actually on page 1. So even them in the last few post games, actually they're managing to hold on to that.
Yeah, Lemma just had to speak up and start bringing the whole click scenario in after that win. He was hyping it up, and then get 18, 32nd, 19.
Oh my gosh. SummerSlam Saturday is here. Hold up. Alright, so my name is Antwaan, and on this channel you watch me, my friends, play video games, get into some drama and drop plenty funny moments. So kick back, enjoy the chaos, and follow the rules so the stream stays fun for everyone. Today, one of the biggest crossover Saturdays of the entire summer. Night 1 of SummerSlam is tonight at 6 p.m. on the ESPN app. We're stacking WWE energy along. Oh shit. What the fuck am I Alright. Alright. Today is one is one of the biggest crossover Saturdays of the summer. Ow. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Today is actually no. Okay, tonight is one of the biggest crossover Sundays of the entire summer. SummerSlam night one of SummerSlam is tonight at 6 p.m. on the ESPN app. Fortnite is stacked with special events. Okay. Fortnite is stacked with special events. Day one of the FNCS Major 2 Finals is happening right now for EU. College Football Saturday is okay. Fuck, holy shit. Okay. Day one of the FNCS Major 2 Finals is happening. The web shooter hours are live from 2 to 4 p.m. today, and again from 9 to 11 tonight. And the island is loaded with Cube Sprite. With Cube Sprite spawns and the Hunt Rift anomaly. This is a full power packed with hype and from every angle. College football is officially 4 weeks away. College Football Saturday returns on August 20. Hold on. On August 29th. So that is going to be so much fun on that day, because I'm going to be streaming that day. September 4th, I'm going to be streaming for the next 12 hours from 12 to 11 to 12 hours on September 4th from noon Eastern until 11:45, and I'm going to be streaming from all day, and then I'm going to be streaming a second half for SmackDown and and while I watch football under the lights, college football under the lights, and stuff like that. And then yeah, Fortnite kicks. Fuck. What the hell is this, bruh?
Web shooters?
Dude, this thing it got fucked up really bad.
What the hell you use? What you use? What you use?
AI.
Which one? Copilot?
Yeah. Swinging into fights, flying across POIs, and turning every rotation into a superhero moment that sets the tone for the entire afternoon. The island is also glowing with Cube Sprite spawns, adding rare Sprite pickups, boosted loot opportunities, and special map hotspots that make every job unpredictable. On top of that, a wild mid-match that opens a glowing rift filled with Sprite challenges, bonus loot, and chaos encounters. I already fucking said that. If you love Sprite hunting, today's one of the best days of the season. All of this leads to the biggest competitive Fortnite event of the month, day one of the FNCS Major 2 finals happening today. One of the best players in the world are dropping in the most stacked lobbies of the season. Stars like the World Cup winner in 2019, the 2019 World Cup winner, Booga, Clicks, Miro, Tayson, Seti, and Queezer are all fighting for the crown today, and we're matching that competitive energy with FNCS style gameplay, smart rotations, and clutch endgames. Once the Fortnite grind wraps up, the hype shifts to WWE, but I will be live once again at 6 o'clock, because I'm going to be streaming while I play Fortnite and watch SummerSlam. But the hype shifts straight into WWE because SummerSlam goes live at 6 p.m. on the ESPN app. Championship matches, massive entrances, rivalries exploding, and one of the biggest wrestling nights of the year, and this is the stream to warm up for it. Plus, the countdown is officially on. College football Saturday is 4 weeks away. The season's almost here, the energy is building, and Saturdays are about to get even more stacked with college football chaos, rivalries, and game day hype. Whether you are here for FN, Fortnite, FNCS, or WWE, or the full Saturday experience, you're in the right place. So lock in, settle in, enjoy the ride. Today is massive. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. I'm not gonna read my rules, but if you want to know what the rules are, scroll down in the description. The description is right there. Please, for the love of God, fucking read it, please. And Jesus Christ, there was so many mess ups in that description, it's not even funny. Alright, there were so many mess ups in that shit, I'm not even kidding. But we are gonna be ready to go. We're gonna see if who is on. So far no one is on for the most part. Cameron, I noticed Cameron was on, so let's try and give him a call. I'm actually gonna give him a call real quick, see if he's gonna get on. And then yeah. So hold on, I will give him a call if he wants to, if he's gonna get on. Hold on, be right back.
theory was correct. That's not the visitor. It's my father, Jenna. He was supposed to be dead. My sister died for nothing. We need to focus on what happens next. He wants the 0 point. He's just waiting for us to stabilize it for him. So we choose between doing his dirty work or letting the 0 point destroy everything.
moves, I'll psych you out. Dancing on them, yeah, ain't no doubt. I'm the queen, I stay on top, cause I'm locked in with that final bout. Living large, big city lights, grabbing loot and catching flights. You know me, always OP, they be praising me, GG. Pulled you right into my game. Watch me suck you up, no you won't forget my name. I'm vital, you need me for survival. Spirit bright, I'm out of sight, don't make me your rival. I'm vital.
Bro, I was muted the whole fucking time? Are you fucking serious?
This one was placed for sure. There is one.
Alright, I'm gonna eat real quick and then I will be back.
CM Punk is getting ready. This is access we have of what is happening backstage at US Bank Stadium. Championships. Through the years, so many great memories of SummerSlam. Obviously the visionary, a young visionary in 2015, and of course, the custody of Dominic Mysterio on the line at SummerSlam. How differently life for Dirty Dom could have turned out. Oh man, you can't forget Batista, superstar making moments, especially at SummerSlam, an absolute star. Reminder, we will speak live with CM Punk joining us live on the countdown next.
The wait is over, and your WWE is moving now. Start earning rewards. Check out your exclusive member benefits and explore the catalog of premium content you can't find anywhere else. Congratulations on being the first to experience the epicenter of fame. This is Club WWE.
Here's game 1 of Reload. Here we go.
Because of my HS, I didn't want to get close.
Where are we gonna go? No, it's good. We're gonna go anywhere. But we're probably gonna land right here. Dead.
Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Just about those symptoms.
Domino's really said half off all pizzas. I don't know what they're thinking, but I'm thinking I'm about to order.
Another invite? Why is everyone getting married at the same time? What about the ranch theme bachelorette party?
Perfect. I could totally get married on a horse.
At U-Haul, we know every family. Come on, guys. Moves at their own pace. Isn't that heavy? That's why we have U-Box. We can store it, or ship it. How and when you want it. Reserve today at U-Haul.com. You can breathe better. What isn't better?
Got him. Got him.
So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. It's an add-on treatment. Specific types of
Excuse me.
It's not for sudden reading problems. Dupix can help you with asthma achieve better reading than lasts. Some adults felt their asthma symptoms days. Isn't that better? Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, lung, or throat swelling. Start breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, feeling like numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor if it will worsen skin symptoms, joint anxiety, or a parasitic infection. Don't change yourself up treatments without talking to your doctor. It's informed. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
My video game is something that I didn't think I would have the ability to do. To be able to accomplish it while I was changed my life.
I am very proud that I earned my master's. I knew what it did to kind of go on the grid. It was very easy for her to get away at it. Watching her put that cap and gown on, I can't think of anything more proud.
We are the Almond.
We are.
7. Oh, so far.
Own your glow mix with Jergen Natural Glow Hydrogel Moisturizer for gradual, natural looking color.
It's always little vibes. It's
Oh shit!
Cody Rhodes. It has been a wild path arriving here for Sami Zayn at the Undisputed Championship for 9 days. That was up until Cody was attacked by Booker and opened the door for CM Punk in Chicago. Justice for Sami. I'll break from that night. Guess what? CM Punk does what he does. And who's been, Chris? The best in the world living up to his namesake. Punk promised.
I have 11 kills so far. 12 kills so far. Oh my god. Will I be able to drop 22 kills and beat my own record? But we don't know, so we'll have to find out.
Now let's talk Saturday night's main event. You and Punk, as you put it, were able to coexist and get the win. But then there was a moment after.
And we are 14-1.
And the tension just boiled over. Can you talk me through what happened from your perspective?
So you thought it was nice? It wasn't. And I feel incredibly misdiagnosed, as I told Punk already. Not paranoid. He's talking about Kevin Owens, he's talking about Randy Orton, John Cena, things that happened to me. We're already there. It's like I have been saying, is there's a whole roster here of incredible talent, the best roster that WWE's ever assembled, and I don't sweat a single one of them, except for CM Punk.
Last night was an accident, and I apologize. This is on purpose.
What do you feel about him at this very moment?
I was told you're not going to make many friends in pro wrestling. You're going to make a lot of acquaintances, and maybe I've rejected that thought, and I have found a few along the way. But the path that this is on with CM Punk is unlike what happened with Kevin, unlike what happened with Randy and John. Look at the CM Punk that showed up at WrestleMania. That's the best CM Punk has ever been. And that's just competition. That's what this is. It's just competition. We're not going to do the respect, the love, the shake hands, the stuff that annoys the hell out of people. We're just saying I'm better than you. He's saying he's better than me. And at SummerSlam, we find out.
You said that Punk has referred to as paranoid because of past friendships turning on you. It sounded like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you alluding to him being jealous of your trajectory since leaving WWE and then returning.
I don't know if I'd use the word jealous, because whenever you're the man who has the WWE title, what could you be jealous of? The world is yours in this case. It's competition. It's competition, you know, it's two guys at the top of their game, and yeah, there have been some live rounds thrown along the way, but it's two guys at the top of their game finding out who's better, not just...
I'm at 16 kills. I might be able to break my own record with these 16 kills on my first game on Reload. Here's the question though, can I get this kill? Yes, I can! 17 kills so far.
The dynamic of your friendship or your experience or your equity, your relationship. My guess would be at SummerSlam, he won't think that anymore. But I hope he knows that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed other than we found out who's better at the thing we like to do, which is pro wrestling.
Cody Rhodes with our captain penalty, and right now we are thrilled to be joined live by the undisputed WWE champ, CM Punk. Punk is hard to listen to. Nothing has changed. When last night I'm watching you roll right on top of the announce desk, feet away from me, what is your mindset entering this game this afternoon? My mindset is days, years of everything that's happened in the past.
Shit, I thought I
live for the present. I live for the moment.
I threw the... Oh my god, holy fuck. 17 kills, by the way. I may lose this game. I actually may lose this game.
I think it would be hard to say that it hasn't affected my mindset and his mindset, but I'm a game day guy. Yesterday
about it. Maybe tomorrow you can ask him my perspective and change it. It's not his all business. And that bell rings, whether it's Cody or John Cena or The Undertaker or The Rock or Eddie Guerrero or any of the number of legends that I've stepped in the ring to face, they're just another man, and I'll never beat him.
To that point, Mark, at WrestleMania, you experienced the agony of entering one of WWE's landmark events and leaving empty-handed without the World Heavyweight Championship. Why is tonight at SummerSlam different? Notwithstanding the relationship between yourself, what is CM Punk feeling differently?
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think one of the biggest differences is today is actually the 20th anniversary of my debut in WWE, and that carries some weight. That means a lot to me. I never thought that I would make it, 20 years later and be here on top of the mountain as champion, as having the chip that everybody wants. But this is the champion's job. The difference between WrestleMania and SummerSlam
18. 19! Oh, am I gonna beat this record? Hold on! Wait a second! No! No, I'm not gonna beat the record! Not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm at 19 kills. I have one. This is the last one. If I die here, the record stays. I'm at 19 kills. What's gonna happen? We will see what happens.
No, I definitely don't think so. Like I said, I'm living in the present. I have a hard out today in Cody. So a lot of the seeds that I've planted for, future contenders, they might wind up being Cody's, but that doesn't change the fact that they should be in a title picture. Everybody back here should want to be champion. And the champion should welcome all challengers, not trying to win.
No! What the fuck?
Everybody to want what I have that breeds better competition and breeds better healthier.
I'm still alive? How? Oh my god, I just broke it! I just broke the record! Oh my gosh! But do I get the questions? Do I get the 20 kills? Hold on! No, I do not! And I lose the game, and I will not be getting a gift from Cameron. I broke the record though, and now I'm at 20 kills now.
SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, continues from right here in US Bank Stadium. Punk and Cody set to go.
Oh my god.
There it is, the undisputed
Excuse me, so close to, to beating my record. I beat my record, lost yet again. That's the same thing happened on 4th of July.
It speaks to the competitors, and they know very well what it's capable of.
Oh, just 2 kills away, and I would have, if I held on, bro, any longer, 2 kills away. Oh.
Set for the ladder match as well.
Just 2 kills away, and I probably would have gotten the dub.
Every single time you do this, don't touch me.
What is this show? Who are these people? Explain what happened between Jessica and Max in an infographic. Okay. Got it. That's Connor. That's the guy.
I don't know what they're doing, but right now, Domino's Pizza is half off every single pizza. Like, what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off sometimes.
changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
I mean, every family moves at their own pace. Oh, that's why we have U-Box. We can store it or ship it. How? When you want it. Reserve today at UL.com. I've worked in law enforcement just short of 12 years. American Military University popped up at the right time. I wanted to have something that I was passionate about and that I was going to be able to use every day. I'm Bobby Allman, and I'm made for what's next.
New Remy. Having a merman as a lifeguard, that's a power move. Hiring America's largest injury law firm for your injury, that's also a power move.
All right. After the power hour, I am probably more than likely gonna do reload yet again. But the clip does not. But that game did not lie. I just broke my own record yet again in the same month. I recently broke it earlier this month. I'm sorry. No, it was August 1st. I broke it on July 4th. It's now August 1st, and I broke my own record.
Prescribed with Delty, about 95% of patients received insurance approval upon first submission.
As an athlete, I pay a lot of attention to what fuels my body, and I put a lot of thought into what goes into fitness goal. Nilo uses high animal-based protein, and really
Just 2 kills away, just came up just short yet again. I don't know why you tried rushing me. Where is he at? Fuck, holy shit. Where'd he go?
something awesome is happening at Triple A right now.
It actually reminds me of that time, but man, seeing the variety articles, seeing the burger booth. Look, that match, the first match, I was moved. I was truly moved, and I love what you're going on at Triple A. You're so organic and distinct. Like, you're not giving this product a chance. Please, man, it is an absolute fun.
And if you don't know where to go after Grande Americano wins the biggest match ever. Now you follow up with him and Dominic. Epic. By the way, I'm laughing here, conflating all promotions as Ryan Garcia was with Dominic the other night. You know, putting a beat down in the ring on Monday Night Raw. Hey, the superstar was the ring is presented by Chase Freedom. I love official credit. I know you do. It's the official credit card of Chase Freedom. So let's get to Kathy and Chase.
Yeah, guys, we are here with the lookalike contest. I didn't know that it was Superstar, so I dressed as Colonial Man. But
You look
Chewy,
great. You look great.
Chewy, I figured you could introduce this. Who we got?
Yo, we got Bianca Belair, we got CM Punk, AJ Lee, El Grande Americano, and John Cena. The people of Minneapolis have shown up and shown out.
Yeah, and the winner of this contest gets 2 floor tickets later today. So we're going to hit the music. We're going to see either your best overstrut or your best interpretation of the superstar you're dressed as, okay? You ready?
Shit.
There you go. Everybody. I'm the Americano. I see you, bro.
I'm hoping we get a turbo suplex from him, you know? Okay, so who do we think is the winner?
I'm thinking Bianca Belair. I'm thinking Bianca Belair.
You pick it up.
Congratulations.
You're going to sit on the floor of SummerSlam so you can be up close to all of the superstars tonight. Yes, I'm excited. Well, congratulations. We have another lookalike contest tomorrow, so if you didn't get to participate today, make sure you come on out to take it away. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you can dress as me tomorrow.
Please don't. Floor seats for winning the lookalike. That means you're there to see the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan and Io Sky. It was that night of champions when Io Sky defeated Liv Morgan. Queen of the Ring, the finals there, and now here they are at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, coming your way in just a few hours.
Ever since Night of Champions, I've been in your head. あんたは私に倒してあの王冠をかぶれると思ってたでしょ。でも結局、クイーン・オン・ザ・リングはこの私。あの夜私はあんたの思い上がりを証明してみせた。あんた自身はそれほど強くないってこと。そして重要なのは、You are not the greatest champion of all time. 私は偉大なチャンピオン、リーダーや師匠をロッカールームで見てきた。あんたはもう誰の足元にも及ばない。あんた傲慢すぎるんだよ。その傲慢さでいつか滅ぼるんじゃないの。あと、あんたいつも出なくて。
Ah, dang it.
喋るから負けるのが怖いんじゃないの。だからね、私はまたあんたの思い上がりを証明してやるよ。またこのタイトルをかけてまたあんたに会うのを楽しみにしてる。Because I defeated you once and I'm gonna do it all over again. Because the new women's champion.
You know, a lot has been made about the head-to-head battle. Liv had the best of Io Sky in this 27th battle. And Biggie, usually the champion has the mental edge. As the champion, as the one with all the victories and the defenses. But this is different because of what we had. We had a tournament. It was Io who most recently defeated Liv and then just turned right around and chose her for the rematch with now the championship on the line.
Right, you mentioned champions usually have all these events. Unfortunately, we don't spend too much time talking about numbers. When we're talking about Liv Morgan, first 100 days holding this title, unfortunately, 0 title defenses. This is not iron being sharpened with opponent and challenger after challenger. This is a woman who is so talented, who's been at the top of her game, but those skills have not been tested. Whether that's her fault or not, she has not been someone who has.
Oh shit, I'm lagging.
Challenger lineup. So you wonder if she's going to be ready for this moment against someone. We talked about Io Sky the last several years being male or female, the best wrestler in this company.
It is so easy to look past Liv Morgan as the greatest women's world champion of all time because she hasn't been actively defending it. What did Liv do in the meantime? She voluntarily entered the Queen of the Ring tournament. Why? Because she said, I'm so good. I'm so confident as women's world champion. I'm going to win the other brands championships as well. And she almost did. Io Sky was a step ahead that night in Saudi Arabia, sure. But I think if Io is riding this wave of confidence, I think her bubble's about to be burst tonight. I think Ray makes a really great point, E, because there's been a lot of talk about new title defenses, but you're removing the fact that the title wasn't on the line in those Queen of the Ring matches. So it's not like she has had 0 matches. On the other side, though, how confident is Io Sky that she beats her to win Queen of the Ring and immediately turns around and says, run this match? Sure, but also, what's the confidence feeling like in the Judgment Day clubhouse right now, having Raquel Rodriguez, the brand new women's intercontinental champion, as of this Monday night? Triple H Reigns. Yeah, nice rolling arm. I'm just saying, I think American Wrestling went and broke a nose the other night, getting it done. It's contagious. It's the locker room mentality. It is. WWE Slam celebrates this, the biggest party of the summer, with an action-packed release inspired by Florida.
Oh yeah, oh you bitch. Yeah, my Sprite? Oh, you thought we were friends? Fucking idiot.
She celebrates 100 days as United States champion. It is a full circle moment for a superstar who has a chance tomorrow to walk out of her hometown as a double champ.
I feel like you don't hear a lot of people being like, I'm from Minnesota.
Why are like Minnesota?
I was born and raised in Prior Lake, Minnesota. It was 25 minutes south of Minneapolis. And then one day I fell in love with gymnastics, and that was kind of my first true love in this world. My mother saw Charlotte Flair on the street.
Huh? Yes, I called the lady.
Oh yeah, she is.
My first match in Minnesota was actually a tournament for the U.S. title. She cut him up for the U.S. title. In Minnesota, it was just electrifying. Actually, often special gear made. A white base with purple and gold.
What? Oh, come get me, bitch. Come on get me. Nah. Got him. Run! What the fuck? What the fuck? This is crazy. It's kind of crazy how she's doing it at mid. What the fuck? Oh shit, we got a bush camper. Oh. All right, we're in the top 6. It's been this was a really hard fought matchup. Oh my gosh. Nope. Yes. Go! Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time to rift. It's time to rift. Oh no, I went in the storm. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no! Alright, this is the final game.
Has altered careers, and in some cases, has ended careers. This structure that is above my shoulder, hanging above the ring here tonight, was once nicknamed the Devil's Playground.
All right, this is the last one for the. It's the last one, last power hour. Or now until 9 o'clock tonight during SummerSlam. Or did the power turn off? Actually, no, the power is still here. The power is still live. Bro, I was muted.
Got the pentagear. I like that. That's a great shirt. What does it mean to be a founding member to you? It's great. It means being part of the community. I mean, being part of something bigger than yourself. This is amazing. Look at that, y'all. Whenever we do these idol events, really
Another power hour?
exclusive to here at the City Runner.
So it's a Peely hour this time. Okay. So it's a double header. It's a double header for each. So as soon as the regular power hour goes up, moves. Shit. As soon as the regular power hour is up, the next one's the Peely hour, which is for like an hour. Okay.
During the fun memory before it comes to we haven't hang out that much. Seriously? We haven't hang out that much.
What?
No, it says we're sharing the fondest memory during the 2026 so far. We haven't hung out that much.
Prescribed with Delzy, about 95% of patients received insurance approval upon first submission.
She's really into this. What is this show? Who are these people? That's Connor.
E.
SummerSlam. We're just a couple weeks removed from what everybody was buzzing about at the Maddox Fest. And it was this moment that Tom Brady slapped Logan Paul. Now, he didn't have some fun. Great athletic skill was great. So Undertaker reference as well with his entrance. He caught up with Cody Rhodes on the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast.
Storyline for me to get in the mix. I feel like I'm retired from football and I have opportunity to go out there and still showcase a little bit of an athlete.
Ooh, that was a good kill. Good kill. Damn it. What? That's crazy.
It's SummerSlam, right? This is an event that you main evented against The Rock. And now you start thinking about guys that superstars we've gotten to know, like Boba Fett, like Trick Williams. They're going to walk the aisle at SummerSlam for the first time. What are their emotions going to be like? So from the voices of WWE Radio to the voice of the WWE, Michael Cole. Hey, that's going to be some night with Booker in the booth. Remember, I went through that for years. Hey, I wish I was in the booth for radio, though. Of course, near and dear to my heart has been 8 years as a radio news reporter. I love the ability to be able to paint a picture using your words. But tonight, I will actually be here at the announce desk at ringside for SummerSlam in Minnesota, which is, of course, the home of the late, great, legendary Hall of Famer, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, who back at SummerSlam 1991 was involved in one of the greatest Intercontinental Championship matches in SummerSlam history. History will be made tonight. Excellence of execution versus perfection. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. It's hard to believe that 35 years have passed since this classic at SummerSlam. The milestone feels even more meaningful today, knowing that this year, SummerSlam returns to Mr. Perfect's home state of Minnesota, where the beast that he helped to create will carry his memory into battle once more.
A guy by the name of Kurt Hennig took me under his wing and trained me right when I started to break into the business. He was a great role model for me, always helpful, always giving me
Bret Hart and Kurt Hennig are masters of the old school.
Both of you are second-generation wrestlers. Your father at Greenland, of course, Larry the Axe at Greenland, but did the two of them ever meet? I'm very curious.
Yeah, they met. My dad beat his dad.
Your dad never beat my dad. Bret and Kurt both understood what it meant to be a wrestler's kid, knowing that they would need to carve out their own legacies in the family business. And at SummerSlam 91, we witnessed their masterpiece. The people will never, ever see another match like they're going to see at SummerSlam.
He really loved the business and protected it. And Kurt spent many days and hours with me studying film, and he brought this one match out.
Hartford's got not only his title on the line, but his reputation. You know, there's people that didn't think the Hitman could do in singles competition, that I was only a tag team wrestler.
Uppercut sends him over the top rope and down to the concrete. Now, he might have hurt his back on that move. Well, Hitman's literally pulling him apart here.
The critics are saying, does the Hitman have what it takes?
Oh, those moves are crisp, they're sharp, they're fast. What a great match. This is wrestling. This is great. Nobody's ever kicked out of the perfect punch.
Kurt influenced me in the ring. You know, I mean, he was an athlete. He was a legitimate athlete.
I think if you go into a family business type of situation, but I believe second-generation wrestlers are always the best wrestlers. Bret Hart, myself.
That night at Madison Square Garden, Kurt Hennig showed Bret Hart the ultimate respect and made the Hitman. This has got to be the greatest day for the Hitman. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, another Minnesotan will take center stage. None other than Chad Gable, who's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. His family and friends will be at ringside tomorrow night to see if
How did I? Okay, I kind of see why I have to turn on the
Chad Gable, can he get it done at SummerSlam?
Michael, you mentioned his name, and immediately the crowd here roars. They're not doing the same.
chat to speech, because there's messages I did and did not see. So yeah, there's messages I did and didn't see, so yeah.
First things first, Nikki Bella is back, and I haven't seen you. How are we feeling? Are you ready or what?
I am so ready. I'm feeling really strong. I just say these past 3 months, I have felt stronger. My mindset's been even better, and everyone should be really scared for Nikki Bella to come back tonight, because I'm gonna have a lot of fire tonight. A lot of fire.
I can feel that right now.
Yeah. Oh, baby, but we're ready, right, Brie? We're always ready. I think everyone's seen that since WrestleMania. We're always ready to fight, so Fatal Influence should be really scared.
And you know what? We need to get ready. But first things first, we got some whole merch shots, baby. So make sure you go to the shop.
Getting out there,
We run it, we rule it.
That's right.
Yes, bye.
Ladies, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. You know where to get it. WWE Shop. Tess, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jackie. How do you see this one? Bella's and Paige against Fatal Influence.
Well, first of all, you're catching me as I'm still emotional coming off that package about Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart.
He's emotional because they were sold out of Brie Bella t-shirts.
Yeah,
that's
really why he's emotional. You're not wrong. I am excited that Nikki Bella is back. And we all saw how heartbroken she was to be injured prior to WrestleMania. Think about how much that changes the landscape of the women's division. Nikki goes down, all of a sudden Paige is back, a women's tag title won for them. But yeah, I have to be impressed with as much as I can wax poetic about my belly. You have to be impressed with what JC Jane and those girls have done since they made it to SmackDown. And now, Corey, this is hands down their biggest opportunity so far.
I think what we just saw is sort of a microcosm of this matchup. The fact that you've got the Hall of Famers, the Bella Twins, deservedly so. You've got Paige, likely a future Hall of Famer. They're worried about shilling their new t-shirts. They're worried about showing the world that. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, you've got the brand new women's tag team champions in Fatal Influence, who understand that one win does not a legacy make. They have a lot of work to do. Some would say, maybe you can probably speak to this better than any of us, when you win a championship, That's when the work truly begins. Fatal Influence now find themselves as the targets for the first time since arriving on the main roster.
That they do, but I definitely see a hunger. When I see those three women come out, I think they're so absurdly talented. We saw for the first month or so, them getting booed out of the building every time they were on SmackDown. I think they have a ton to prove. This is their first real big spotlight. This is SummerSlam. And for those women to have this opportunity, I think they're absolutely going to show out. I think Fatal Influence is going to demonstrate to a lot of people that they are far more talented than a lot of us even realize.
You know, just a few weeks ago, I remember bumping into them backstage at Madison Square Garden after they took gold. They always say, once you become a champion in combat sports, you're 25% better instantly. You're more confident. You carry yourself a little differently. We will see how that plays a role in the 6-woman tag team match. Bellas and Paige against JC James. Fatal Influence. The scene here outside US Bank Stadium is quite something as we count down. We're just over 90 minutes away from this two-day spectacle airing on the ESPN app at 6 p.m. Eastern. It is SummerSlam. Some of the great memorable moments through the years of the biggest party of the summer. Oh man, you talk about my Bellas. Not a good moment there for Brie Bella, of course, against Stephanie McMahon in LA.
HBK one-on-one with Goldberg inside the Elimination Chamber, and RIP to the Hot Rod. The absolute legend. And Roman Reigns has really made a name for himself at SummerSlam. I expect him to do that once again.
And still to come, the memorable moments when it comes to Hell in a Cell. It feels like it's an absolute guarantee that we are adding to the list with Brock Lesnar and Ola Beckett.
Man, this is what dreams are made of.
Elara's heart raced as Riven emerged.
I was ready to tear the heavens apart to be with you. Yes, we can.
She was ready. She has Nexplanon to prevent pregnancy, a non-daily birth control that lasts for 3 years. Don't use Nexplanon if you're pregnant or may be pregnant, have or had blood clots or certain cancers, have liver disease, liver tumor, or unexplained vaginal bleeding. Once the implant is placed, you and your doctor should feel for it. If at any time you can't feel the implant, contact your doctor right away and use a non-hormonal birth control method, such as condoms. Removal of the implant may be difficult or impossible if it isn't where it should be. While uncommon, ectopic pregnancy can occur, which can cause serious internal bleeding, infertility, and even death. You are likely to experience changes to your period. Ovarian cysts may occur and usually disappear. Nexplanon may raise the chance of serious blood clots, which can cause heart attack, stroke, or death, especially if you smoke or have other risk factors. Nexplanon doesn't protect against HIV or STDs. Over 99% effective, no matter the fantasy. Ask your doctor about Nexplanon.
Back to school is back, and with Walmart's must-haves, you can check off everything on their list.
Even the Huntress backpack?
You tell me. With a fit this sharp, they can cut the lunch line.
All that?
All at Walmart prices? Oh no!
Knowledge is power.
SummerSlam with the sun comes up. Breakfast and dinner just to mix it up. Eating whatever you want.
That kind of getting to where you need to be. That's what I hope to build in the community, and it's so needed.
Domino's really said half off all pizzas. I don't know what they're thinking, but I'm thinking I'm about to order.
Another wedding invite? That's Priya and Mei-Ling and Eddie and Sandy and Gina, Jenna, Rachel and Susie. Wait, Susie's getting married again? What about the ranch-themed bachelorette party? Ugh. Hold up. What's this? Gemini in Chrome? Which of these dates works best with my calendar and has good weather? Perfect. I could totally get married on a horse.
We've forgotten who we are. From now on, we put our family first.
These are the sons I need.
What? Hold up. Oh no.
What? Oh, it is a king! You are the sons of Haku. Go on. Go and make them fear once again. Come on up, woman.
There are just certain guys in life who are for real. Haku is that guy. There are very few superstars who have walked through these doors or any doors in this industry spoken with as much reverence as Haku is. True fear. You can ask anybody who was around when Haku was in his prime, arguably the baddest dude in any locker room you could step foot in. To this very day, I still think a lot of people are afraid of Haku. And above all, I think the tag team division needs to pay special attention because you have the sons of Haku, Talatonga, Tamatonga, and they obviously weren't getting the job done. So Daddy showed up. Daddy's here, and when Daddy is Haku, that is bad news for anybody in the way of the MFT.
He's a tone setter. That's what he is. He's a tone setter. We all know his legend. We all know his legacy. It is earned. I met this man at the start of my career more than 15 years ago, and the amount of reverence, and you're right, the way he is spoken about to this day, he is that guy, and I think he is going to bring an energy to the MFTs that they desperately need.
Listen, I don't know if I can say it any better than @GhostMode98 said it, but let me try.
That's you, Peter. Let's stop kidding ourselves.
That was my burner account. No, this is one of those things we love, though, right? You're watching SmackDown, all of a sudden you see the MFTs, and you get history walking through the doors, and one of the ultimate badasses ever in WWE.
Oh, and that dreaded Tongan death grip you've been hearing so much about over the last several months, well utilized by Jacob Fatu, popularized, made world famous by Haku. He is a bad man.
And we saw the results instantly in terms of the kind of edge that he brings because his sons just wiped out the tag team championship match that we were watching last night as there were bodies everywhere. So there is a hard edge brought now with Haku. LA Knight has been a man on a mission as the megastar has arrived here to US Bank Stadium. The 6-man tag team match is coming your way. The Bloodline against Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa, and LA Knight.
I understand now. I was lost. I left my family. And I always know that blood is thicker than water. So I'm coming home to the family. See, your family business is affecting everyone around here, and it's starting to affect me. You can't stop me. You won't stop me. I will destroy the bloodline, and that's just a fact of life. Family business tonight. That whole damn locker room got issues with the bloodline. What you think I would do if somebody disrespects me, huh? I'm doing dog walk. That punk ass. This shit, what is shit? Blood don't make your ass family. Loyalty makes you family. Fuck it, goddamn family. And the only way for me to feel better is if I finish them. And the enemy of my enemy can be friends.
Kathy Kelly here with the Bloodlines. Jimmy and Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu. Now, you guys are looking very cohesive in the matching merch, but I have to say that your opponents tonight also looking surprisingly cohesive going into your match. Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys, and LA Knight. Does that concern you at all?
You know what, Kathy? Everybody thinks that the Bloodline is not on the same page. Hey, we've been telling everybody and their mama knew. This is a warning shot. LA Knight, warning shot. Royce Keys, warning shot. Solo Secor, warning shot. Hey, and just like at WrestleMania, Bloodline taking a W. Just like tomorrow night, OTC taking a W too. Because we letting everybody and their mama know they the dudes and we the war.
Jacob scares me a little bit when he's that silent. As this segment is brought to you by Gears of War E-Day. Pre-order and get beta early access starting August 6th. Where do you stand here on this six-man tag team match?
Well, I agree with Captain that I have been impressed with the cohesiveness that I've seen with Solo's group. They have put something together. But blood is always thicker than water. And while I know there have been ups and downs, certainly, and Jacob Fatu, we know that he answers to the OTC, not Jimmy and Jay. I think when push comes to shove and shove and you see those guys together, you will see how family gels when it comes down to it.
I agree. When I saw the reformation of the Bloodline, my thought was, you better assemble the Avengers. Who is going to stand against these guys? I think this is an excellent team, man. This is a Solo Sikoa. Can we spend a moment talking about Solo this last month or two? This man is his most comfortable. I love anytime he has a mic in his hand, I am glued to my screen. But I think that also speaks to how comfortable he is. I think he better understands himself. And I think Royce Keys is also someone who has come up and has tremendous talent and has so much to prove. This is his first PLE in WWE. He is trying to show out. Let's talk about LA Knight, a man
All right.
who's head against that glass ceiling time and time again. A big win here tonight, I think, allows those three men to really move on to bigger things after this.
I agree with you, E, but I think it all boils down to how the Bloodline works together. We've seen multiple instances recently of the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu refusing to take orders, suggestions, even advice from Jey Uso or Big Jim Uso. I think if they can all end up on the same page tonight, I think it's going to be a rough night for LA Knight.
But part of me likes that Jacob Fatu who's that dog off.
All right.
I don't know how much you want to rate him in.
Second game on Reload. The last time, when I played Reload last time, I ended up dropping 20 kills, but did not break the record for camera. And if I break the record, what's gonna happen is I'm able to pick out anything from the item shop from Cameron when he gets back on. So we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see what happens in this game. We'll see what happens in Reload in general. See if I can drop 20 kills or more and break the record I need to break in order to get something gifted from the item shop. So we'll see.
Hello, my brother. We came in here, one goal in mind.
We were committed to the cause. We were committed to take over.
14 years. You and I have been tied together. There is one thing that you have not been able to do. Feed me. I don't want to eat you. I need to eat you. I could be a WrestleMania 31. Stand on your hands and send your whole family home in tears. Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns. Every single
We're gonna land over there again because I dropped that many kills last game.
Seth Rollins is the Tribal Chief's #1 hater. What did you do to beat me at SummerSlam? You're gonna carry it for a couple months and get hurt again? Some people just can't handle the pressure and the burden of being the top guy around here. I'm the only
Someone landed right there, down there, right there on. Don't worry.
Joining
Now we throw it down. Oh!
Since we're making history this weekend, how do you plan to make history in your career going forward?
You're just going to skip over SummerSlam weekend already?
Yes, sir.
I think we're going to make history this weekend, guys. Because I promise you, Byron, this will be the last SummerSlam without El Ego on the card. History will not repeat itself. I promise. Trust me.
Sure we all can. Well, Shelly, thank you very much for your time. Something's back to
Oh shit. What? Fuck! Malachi! Oh, my thing is bugged.
This might take a while.
Fuck! I watched him. I let it happen.
Have you ever stopped and thought about what's actually powering your day? I'm Tanner Faust, and that's the exact kind of thing we're going to talk about on the Energy Tailgate, a new podcast from Chevron. I'll be your host, here to discuss big energy topics. Be sure to tune in.
It's an always ordered prize. SummerSlam Night. It's free. Enjoy unbelievable pleasure at triple-H.com.
from WWE theme songs and see if you can finish the lyrics.
We are here in Minneapolis on a weekend when star-making moment will be the buzz. The hometown of Prince. Don't know some thing or two about unforgettable performances, and tonight we will make more at SummerSlam. Countdown to SummerSlam is presented by Cricket Fire Team. Join Cricket Wireless, your reliable nationwide 5G on the AT&T network. All eyes on the inside US Bank Stadium. Hell is a cell. I am on the ring now, but when it's lowered later tonight, it will come with a level of anticipation for that man. Boba Fett has arrived. He comes Minnesota red hot. Has been locked in a cell during a Monday weigh-in. Carried through security. Taking a key piece. There will be no peace tonight. CM Punk is ready to defend the top prize in the business. The undisputed WWE champion. He was going at it with Cody Rhodes deep into the night at SmackDown.
Well, listen to music when you can make it. This is your new AirPods right here. No, check me out. I got some for you.
With the new women's Intercontinental Champion.
You want to talk about I got a recording studio. You need that phone? And I'll run a free session for you at my studio. Yeah, with a mic and everything.
What are you doing? What? What happened? Elijah, what is that? Okay. And what are you doing for on this website? Unless you're gonna change my logo.
Everybody sees the sweat. The success. Can't teach that back. But what they don't see is the focus it takes to get here. Every rep, every sacrifice.
How do you think they get the physiques that they do? Training hard like absolute animals. Putting in the work.
That's how you earn the right to walk this time. And that's how every WWE superstar earns. Doesn't matter if your tunnel leads to a field or a ring. She's on the other side. Bet. Hell in a cell? Man, that's just different. These are the moments you want. The moments you work for. I went from the one who knocks to the one they knock for. Always perfection. Everybody remembers. This is where stars become highlights.
I'm gonna shred. I already opened it. I'm gonna just shred it.
Justin Jefferson's house, US Bank Stadium, where we're used to hearing the score chant. Over the past year, the Lord, WWE Universe excavated US Bank Stadium for SummerSlam. They were one of the matches. We have this fortune. Roman Reigns countdown just over an hour away from the second time we have the gates of SummerSlam. This is what is coming your way in moments this Saturday night, Biggie.
you realize how stacked this card is, but for me, it's Nick Aldis and Duggan. I just cannot wait to see Nick Aldis, now no longer GM, at least for the moment, show his decorated past. Because this is a guy who has done it on a championship worldwide level, and now he's up here and he's not going to see it.
maybe pick up a top 10. I like it. I like it. Top 6 is where we need to be, and then depending on where these other players that have qualified already end up, could be like a top 12 situation. We'll have to see another duo though.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, my aim's actually good with this triangle scope. Not gonna lie.
Kelly, given this fact, do we feel like they have had adequate preparation or time to kind of sync up together to find one of those 6 spots, go to the global championship this major?
And if it was a different set of players, I might say no. Literally, they didn't play any Div Cups together. They formed right before Opens for Major 2. But this is Muzz and Rise. And then, of course, with Rise, who's just been around for so long, has proven himself to stuck around. They did just form recently. They are contested on this center map split, which isn't necessarily the best place to be, but I just can't count them out. It's Muzz and Rise.
Yeah, we'd love to actually see Rise kind of return to form as well, because it's kind of like a similar storyline to Boogie. Remember how he kind of mentioned, hey, listen, last year kind of went well.
Got him.
3 majors in trios, like he didn't finish outside of top 8, but we didn't see him in Global Championship. We didn't see him in Major 1 finals. We unfortunately did not see him in the Summit. So for Muzz and Rise here, I feel like it's great to kind of see Rise kind of return to the grand finals here. And listen, NAC is so cool because we have already kind of talked about some players like Venom, who of course going to move there from NA. Muzz is kind of like the pioneer of it all, man. Move it all the way over from Australia to America to actually compete. Obviously, you see kind of regard him as one of the but I feel like it's always important to remind everybody that the move initially was made for Muzz, and so far it's always worked out because we always see this guy performing in the grand finals. Yeah, we definitely claim Muzz as our own. I would claim he's my best friend. Anyway, let's talk about another duo. Let's take a look at our second page of our lobby list, though. Now let's look at our first one. More duos to highlight for you here. We got to go to Rituals and Cole. Look at these shiny, legendary players. Kelly, this has got to be it, right? This has to be their major to earn one of those 6 spots. It has to be.
I mean, if you're looking at everyone's top 5, there is a name that is on everyone's, and it is definitely Ritual and Cold up there, which to think that, we got to see just a taste of them at the start of Chapter 7, where they briefly just played for like a week or 2 before disbanding, and to see them reform once again, there was a moment where I didn't know necessarily how they were going to be performing together, but obviously it's Cold, it's Ritual. Cold has proven himself to be able to pull out these incredible solo clutches, but I also want to speak on Ritual because in Heat we saw Cold go down early in this moment, and it was Ritual the one that was able to solo clutch it out, and honestly Cold is regarded as one of the best fraggers, one of the best players in the world, but I think honestly often Ritual is overlooked because of that. To see him be able to shine, prove himself with a player like Cold is exactly what I want to see out of this duo, and then to come with that success, getting that last Div Cup win as well, they're definitely in great prime position.
Go ahead and take a look at their play.
First down! Move the chains! Move the chains! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh shit.
But kind of returning to being teammates here is probably something that happened pretty naturally for these 2 guys, so very excited to kind of see how this one pans out this weekend. That being said, the player development for Ritual, I feel like a lot of people kind of underestimate, because when we're talking about trios and kind of like the performances from last year, Ritual was somebody who was getting a lot of flack from everybody kind of online and fans of their specific trio, and I just remember Ritual taking the time to go ahead and grind his mechanics out, and like we just saw there, the solo clutches have been happening, the mechanics are now there for Ritual, so
oh fuck.
Once more, very excited.
Oh fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's really interesting you guys bring that up, right? I don't know why the community continues to just like dump on Ritual, like he's the goat of the game. Like I think he's just one of those players who's just so secretly, sneakily good. And like, oh, he's not putting in the skill. Oh, but he's like top of the leaderboard. What's going on here? It's because he's good.
Alright. Alright, calm down.
Peterbot and Cole. They say that the tallest mountains cast the deepest shadows. It is very hard to be able to outshine people like that, but it's a Ritual. He has proven himself, so I don't think necessarily that it's, there's a reason why it's called a Peterbot, but obviously he's proven himself.
It's true, I am often in the shadows when I walk behind Jacob PR. Let's talk about some more duos. 3 more minutes toss your way before we start to get into the action, because it's close. Let's talk about Clicks and Rapid. Clicks coming out really strong here in Major number 2. There's almost this sense of confidence. I feel like it's the Clicks of old, the Clicks I'm used used to seeing. Paired up now with Rapid, you know, I feel like I have such high hopes for this, especially Kelly in that context. Like, Clicks is Clicks, and it's the Clicks, you know, we've grown to know and love and see compete. He's back.
He's back, and where has he gone? No. Listen, Clicks and Rapid. Clicks got second place last year. You know, it's understanding that was a trios competition, and it's been quite a while since then. But Clicks has been a top competitor, and even coming off of the FNC, it's definitely a little bit of a snowball. But I will say, at the start of them teaming up together, it was a bit questionable how they were going to be doing. And then slowly we got to see that their fighting got a lot better. Their synergy was definitely starting to evolve as well. And they were kind of able to fight everyone off of Shaken Sanctuary, being able to claim that.
I don't know how my even still in this, and it's really still in this game, bro.
Was for them to come into Heats. Clicks was pulling out some great games himself to prove that he's able to pull out some solo clutches as well. And then honestly, the issues that we revolved around his early high takes, and he has done such a good job over the last few months to prove
Got him.
and change where he falls a little short.
I'm happy that you kind of mentioned the fact that Clicks and kind of like the end game and how he's kind of been playing it. I remember kind of tuning into one of Clicks' streams, and he was doing a little bit of a watch party, and he himself was kind of like, yeah, listen.
Oh!
From that, so
Ooh!
we're kind of throwing it out there, and we have worked through some of these high ground takes that we have been doing, kind of knows what works. But one word that I want to throw out there when it comes down to Clicks is that pretty much everybody in the community kind of throws at Clicks now that he's kind of paired up with Rapid. It's just confidence. It feels like everybody kind of keeps saying that Clicks appears to be just a more confident player when he has now been teamed up with Rapid. So kind of just switching up the duo there apparently has changed the dynamic greatly for Clicks. He feels just a lot more like himself. I feel like he can play a little bit more loosely. Again, just play more.
They're in the top 3.
Looks like everything can kind of go their way.
Anything goes.
Feeling confident, paired up with Clicks, paired up with Rapid. Let's see if they can do it. Yeah, man, I really like Rapid. I feel like Rapid is just a player. It doesn't matter week.
Whoa! He is low and he is down. Okay, hold on.
The space to flourish and to grow and to just better themselves. So I'm really excited to see them compete. 2 last duos. We got to talk about Clicks' old teammate Tiggs, who's now paired up.
And we got a camper.
Right, so we have.
What? He fucking sprayed, you fucking bitch! You fucking spraying bitch!
Especially if you smoke or have other risk factors. Nexplanon doesn't protect against HIV or STDs.
Wow!
It's over 99% effective birth control. Ask your doctor about Nexplanon.
What is this show? Who are these people? Explain what happened between Jessica and X in an infographic.
Very curious, but obviously Venom saw something that a lot of people couldn't see serve as
Wow, and that's how that game ends. Still no wins. His whole afternoon. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I'm happy that you kind of brought up that mythic pistol. I feel like we are going
Okay, yeah, now you're fine.
in the early game because as we do know, playing it in close proximity to another one of those spawns is going to be Queasy and Victor. These guys kind of took to the socials to make sure the word was out there. You know, Higgs himself that went ahead and posted, hey, just so you guys know, spawns that mythic pistol one is a little bit further away from their POI, which is where kind of the contest kind of comes into play, right? Queasy and Victory are trying to go ahead and claim over the other one, and Queasy was very adamant and letting Higgs know, hey, this ain't OCE, but I'll let you guys kind of at home to read into that one just a little bit further. But yeah, very interested to kind of see how this one pans out. But I feel like this is a great opportunity for us to go ahead and kind of pan the conversation over to Queasy and Victor V, because obviously this is a big movie, big investment out of Queasy himself, one of those great IGLs of the game, and now he's going to be paired up.
Well, in a very shocking way, in a very shocking way, I end up losing that game.
But we did pose a question at the start and position, and you can already see that the mythic pistol is in their hand. I would just, you can't have Victor B with that weapon in his hand. He is absolutely devastating.
No, not it's them.
I'm going to try and do whatever they can to make sure that that is not in his hand. Because obviously with Victor B being one of the prime fraggers, joined by Queasy, one of the best IGLs in the world, and our reigning global champ, this is just a recipe for success.
What's crazy though, right? Coming out of the heats, take a look at the damage ranges. Victor B was always launched out 4.0. To be honest, Kirk wasn't too far behind it, but of course, Victor B up there with a 4.0 damage ratio. But the thing that was kind of crazy about this is sometimes we don't see these stats that have been provided because he game if you play the background, you don't necessarily take a lot of damage, so usually we see this number pretty high. But actually, we see Victor B, they played all the time. Victor B still managed to maintain that high damage ratio, so yeah, these guys are going to be looking pretty serious with the weekend.
It's going to be tough, but I can't wait to watch.
He's definitely got some experience over. But just talking about the other matches, the card is absolutely stacked for SummerSlam. Is there any match tonight in particular that you think could steal the show?
As we are, remember, 16
funny thing on these events.
The competition is about to kick off, so let's go say hi to your casters.
All right, in a shocking turn of events, last game. I ended up losing after getting sprayed.
Definitely, and we already know that there are some teams that are uncontested.
But the question is, what does this game have in store for me?
Uncontested duos here don't have as much on the line. Most of them already have their global spot hold. Yeah, so this is gonna be a big moment here. Those 6 teams, like you said, already got their spot secured, which means in theory there could be a chance that the qualification spots drop all the way down.
Now we're watching NA East, NA East, NA Central.
Ready, so are we, so let's jump right in.
Huh?
Alright, Jacob, we're here. Major 2 finals. All of these weeks of competition
in a container.
to this. The drop map seems to be true. Veno and Azers are going for the triple contested latte landing.
All right.
Talk about a strategy here today. All in all, I mean, this just means that we are in for quite an exciting weekend. Yeah, coming into this one, you know, even Veno came into my chat while I was streaming. He said, I'm eliminating latte or anything.
What? That man missed! He missed his throw! He missed his calling!
Probably one of the smarter players in the game with Agers, who is proving to be one of the best players in the game as well, willingly put themselves into a triple contested fight, but you can see how it already is shaken down. Veno and Agers seemingly uncontested on one side of the map, while the other 2 duos go head-to-head on the other. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Madden at the last in-person event, and you know what? He was just surging with confidence as a new player, finally getting his reps in against the best of these major set lobbies. It just seems like he's kind of finding his footing. So Chance and Madden here finding a nice set of early eliminations. I don't think anyone was expecting them to cut that one up that fast, but it sets them up for success now. Yeah, I think they gotta know the timing there is definitely going to be crucial. You see Aoxy on the outside. There is some distance, so him and JoJo Fishy could potentially look over and get some. And everybody was wondering, after losing the on-spawn battle against Reed Cooper, I think it was 10-8, Kelly said, they gave up the drop spot. They're actually contesting half of Shaken Sanctuary. So everybody coming in thinking, clicks and rapid, uncontested, maybe one team will surprise contest, as it looks on. So there's 2 teams with Zeke Taki, Josh Dianzo, all landing on that left side of the building. Yeah, I was concerned about the rumors of Beyond and Josh possibly landing on other teams, but they seem to stick this one through, and hey, it works out well. So Reed Cooper also with their drop spot, increased themselves, but I think this is second. Yeah, QTECD and Nut taking a fight right now. OG end up against the wall. All teams here don't. OG just gets a little mini shield off there. This can go either which way still, but nice. QTECD ends up finding his angle, and there, just like that, they get their 2 eliminations. So nice little fast start for him, and I'm looking at the player feed there. 44 teams remaining. 6 teams have already fallen. That drop map that gave us a little sample of what was to come was no joke. So many teams have already fallen. Yeah, judging off that same drop map, Queasy, Victor B, uncontested, seemingly marked, but that's not necessarily the worry for these guys coming
coming into this game. It was more so Higgs and Kerr. Maybe Josh and Eon was surprising contesting this side of the map. But now that it seems that the dust has settled, they are loaded up. They have a relatively good ball loadout. They might try to scrap.
Damn! Oh, fuck.
But it does look like game one. They're going to fly under the radar as of now. Well, Benno and Agers didn't get the drop exactly the way they probably thought it was going to go. Again, considering Chance and Madden finish up their elimination super fast, it means Benno and Agers have to fight a fully healthy and well-positioned Madden and Chance there on the other side. Meanwhile, third place set up for Fortnite and Moneymaker. Seems like they have points. Jace in the line of sights here. Jace has to be careful. Yeah, they kind of land in terms of Fortnite and Moneymaker south of where they're currently at. They take that kind of island, that shoreline, whatever you want to call it. They lurk their way up, went from being contested to uncontested, and already they have some tricks up their sleeve. And I only see Jace as of now. Liam isn't too close by. Slurp Truck is still there, so if Jace does take some early damage, he can potentially try to heal up when he's going towards the garage right into Moneymaker. And this one is definitely going to be a wrap. That first shot is going to hurt onto Jace. Eventually, he's going to drop. So Moneymaker and Fortnite already with the sneaky plays here, game one. Moneymaker,
Bro, you're probably gonna use those only.
outside with that shot. 200 HP down to about. That was just over. Not a chance. That one, unfortunately. Higgs curve on the other side, sticking to their true drop spot here. Now, what they do really well is obviously move this up, and somehow, some way, they tend to find their way into battles here on the outer edges. But like we said, Higgs and Curve kind of throwing that conversation out there that they might look to key across the river. While Victor and Queasy did have some words for them, as you saw the video Victor posted. He was talking about, hey, come this way, and Queasy's gonna box you up, Higgs. Don't you try it. Yeah, that's big words coming from Vic, though. Him in some pressure situations always seems to pull up. The fight does continue at Latte, landing with Madden going down. Chances still up, but he's in a 1v2. Venom on one side trying to take over as many of those pieces. Angers on the other, making sure he cannot get away for free. So even though Chance is lurking, trying to heal up, he's just trying to find some time to separate Venom and Angers into two separate 1v1. But it doesn't look like they really want to give him that opportunity to spring with this fire rifle. And this fire rifle is one of the new unvaulted weapons, replacing kind of the Stinger for the most part. And even though it doesn't have that fast rate of fire, you can endlessly spray it with like 40 or 50 ammo in the clip. So it's just a lot of pressure you can put out. Yeah, one thing I can tell by the way that this fight is going, loadout here, they haven't taken much damage, so this should be a purely net positive fight for them right now. For Venom and Agers, it's perfect considering that they've kind of spent a lot of time here lurking about and waiting for Chance and Madden to initiate the fight. That patience might just be paying off here. All he just has to do is hit the shot. There it is. They wrap this one up quickly, and there isn't a team in sight, judging by the map, so well played for them. Which is kind of surprising with Aoxy and JoJo Fishy landing on that mountain. Could have been a great opportunity. There goes the first elimination from Venom. That's what really opened up this opportunity. And as you were saying, taking no damage. So even though we did see a couple scratches there at the end, you got to realize the elimination, the damage, like you said, is going to be a net positive. So for Venom and Agers, they already have the zone pushing toward the north. They have the early game eliminations for points, so confidence has to be at an all-time high for them. Yeah, as much as I love this frosted flats rotate for Peter Bottom Wheel, they are finding themselves in between a multitude of teams. Doesn't look like they've managed to enter fights just yet either, so this game could be the first comeback story if they get collided. Yeah, I was going to say, there's probably some really good teams set up there. It's Acorn and Volts nearby. No easy pick by any means. We've seen the most success out of Peter Bottom Wheel when they play those more underrated, newly formed duos, right? Folks with a little less experience kind of on the way. But right now, Peter Bottom seems to be switching between some folks. On the other side, though, we have Ritual and Cold here at the battle. Looking pretty decent. What's your take on this duo here today? They need that global spot. I mean, I feel like they're one of the teams when you kind of look at everybody in the uncontested drops. They have to be in everybody's favorites to make the global championship, possibly even win here today. I've seen some predictions place them inside of the top 3, and it's just kind of building off of the chemistry. I think it was Vivid Kelly talking about the placings that they had in trios with Peterbot on their roster, but you never lose that chemistry. It's almost like riding a bike. They have one of the best POIs
wise, and I say one of the best because it's an argument going around the community, which is the actual best one, and they got the whole South Side essentially all to themselves. So I gotta think they have to have some of the best chances here this weekend to skittle a tie and get that elimination there, essentially kind of cool them off.
The fuck? Oh shit. He was fucking low. All right, after this game, this is going to be the last game, and then we're gonna have the 30-minute break, and then we're back on it for summer when I play during SummerSlam.
I'll be spreading around here shortly. Either way, rapid and clicks. Somewhat of a favorable zone here, so we'll be able to rotate pretty quickly, pretty easily here shortly. Just kind of scratching my head just a little bit, obviously. See Taki taking the left side, kind of where clicks is above now. That's where they were landing, kind of fighting it out. And typically you do see them use that cube to jump on other teams. But as we saw Moneymaker and Fortnite around the uncontested, they went for an elimination towards the left side. They're not going to be able to do it. So a lot of those opportunities to surprise the team and jump on them due to the competition around them may not necessarily be there, or at least here early on in game one. We'll continue to look around. We know
got him.
Nearby, you see Oliver, OG, and X-Spawn in the distance, but as you know, Acorn and Bolts, they're the ones that hold down Frosted Flats, and you gotta notice in the minimap, they actually have one of those two legendary POIs. Yeah, definitely.
Oh shit.
Sight lines on everyone around them. The zone's actually pulling straight this way, and they get a little favoritism. The zone still pulling over this mountain here. This is one of two basically high points that's available kind of in this side of the map. This gets calls for some very interesting turmoil come to endgame. Meanwhile, Shadow Virgo, man, we saw so many conversations start to unravel here. Talk about putting Virgo on the fraud watch, right? Like, what's going on? What happened during heats? It should have been a shoe-in competition for them. But either way, they dominated their way through the LCL. They did it in such a spectacular fashion, right? You saw how Virgo managed to clutch up his game, send himself straight through to the finals. And there's a lot of haters out there, right? You have folks like Venom trying to bet against him, but in the end, the big team came out ahead.
Oh my god, I can't hit my shots from that far.
Taking a quick tag there in the distance by Flex. But you gotta imagine with that elimination, they did get a decent amount of surge. They gotta start feeling confident here. Gotta be quick on the button though. Storm is doing a decent amount of damage, so gold is definitely gonna be relevant for them in this game. As we jump on board the eastern side of the map though, we haven't seen too much from these shores. Luka and
how the fuck can you see me that far?
Making it out, contested or not, they seem to be fairly well. They're only 100 damage above the threshold though. That's my main concern. Isn't necessarily the resources, the materials, anything of the sort. Because even though they're 123 above now, this is the first surge that we have in the game. So if they don't continue to accumulate those numbers, we could see a point in time where they fall below that threshold. Yeah, this entire setup is, I was going to say,
God, leave me alone, leave me alone.
He's going to rotate around the outskirts for a dead side. I'm not sure I love it.
Where?
Saw Contrap and Darcy there, so the fight sort of broke out.
What? Where the fuck was he at?
On the other side, though, you have Jet here. Jet
oh my god, he was like way the hell over there.
So much contestation happening up here. Veno and Agers looking to stay deep in the storm right now, maximize their materials, and even that, even after finishing their fights the way you saw them do it, look at this. Their loadouts are not...
Damn, my god, get off my dick! What the fuck?
It's not just the material, you see bandages in the inventory. Obviously, you know he needs those, doesn't want to use that chug unless he actually has to. But you can kind of see, because of a triple contested fight, even if you win the fight, not a lot of resources will remain when the dust settles.
What the hell?